Hi, I'm Farbs, and this game I'm about to show you is Captain Jameson. It's the 4th episode in the Captain Forever series. It's currently in development. I think it's pretty awesome, and I thought you might like to take a look. So, Captain Jameson has space combat, it has spaceship construction, and it has a lot of elements from roguelike games, so it's a kind of space RPG. The first few episodes in the series were all arena shooters, so they were about sort of destruction and lots of ships flying in, attacking each other. Whereas what I really wanted to do with this series is build a world and a universe for people to explore. So that's what I'm doing this time around. The basic setting here is you're in a destroyed sector where all the stations and planets and things have all been blown up and left offline, and it's your job to resettle the place and rebuild and reconstruct the civilization. So let's do that now. The game is broken up into a series of voyages. This one here is the voyage of a passenger called Michael Smith, and the point of each voyage is to take somebody from a little sort of refugee camp that I haven't built yet and fly them out into the world and settle them somewhere useful. So we're going to take them to this station here. This station, you can see it's grey, it's dark, it's dingy, it's offline, and I'd like to find out why. So this brings us to the terminal or command line interface, which is a new feature for the Captain Forever series. The Captain Forever games are set 20 years in a sort of alternate timeline past, and if you remember back then, a lot of computing was done through text interfaces like this one here. So people didn't use point and click quite so much, which is why I've gone with this for a lot of the interfaces for the game, and you know, it's a little bit easier for me to make as well. So, help. Let's see what I can do. I can ping, which I will do, and that's going to tell me about network connections available in this area. And I can see I get a reply from oxy.125.org. That's the name of the station I'm flying up next to, so I want to communicate with them. So I will telnet oxy.125.org. And I get a message coming back saying that they're offline because the station doesn't have an administrator, and they would like to know if I would like to send my passenger over there to run the station. I say yes. And there we go. Normally there'd be some big fancy effect or something happen there, but right now I'm just getting the game playing so I can see what's fun, make sure it's all really enjoyable before I waste time on stuff like that. So, Voyage 2, now I'm flying Marie Montgomery around. I'm going to go visit that station again. We can see that it's now green, it's shiny, it's got flashing lights. Come on, flashing lights. Where are they? Oh, there they go. And it's online. The reason that I want to get that online isn't just because it's the goal of the game, but also in this particular case you can see it's an oxygen station. The new administrators renamed it, so it's now called oxy.michaels.smith.org, and that provides oxygen. So you can see up here my oxygen supply is constantly dwindling, and if that ever hits zero my passenger is going to asphyxiate, so I need to make sure I keep that maintained, and I'm going to do that by having a chat to Michael Smith. So telnet Michael. I don't actually need to type the full name of the station. It's going to pattern match and figure that out for me. And he's filled my tanks and wished me to have a good day. That's great. So next thing I want to show you is the navigation stations, because they help kind of express how the world works. So there's a derelict nav station up here, and once again I'm going to telnet in, and I'm going to let them take Lisa Marie, or Montgomery was her name I think, as the new system administrator. So Voyage 3 starts up, I'm flying Steve Sears around, and we can see that this station is now online. I'll have a chat to... God, what was her name again? Let's find out. Ping, her name is Marie Montgomery. Telnet Marie. And she's going to provide me with a map. This is what she does. This is what a nav station is about. It's providing mapping data. Now this, what you can see in front of you, is about 2% of the whole game world, so the game is actually quite large. I've been moving around inside this tiny little box in the middle here. All the big question marks are stations I haven't discovered yet or brought back online, and the little dots are asteroids, so you can see I'm in the middle of a big asteroid belt, which I'm about to escape from. So I'll use my new cruise control, which I added because my W finger got a bit tired. And normally you'd poke away at the asteroids and find a little crevice and crack and a way through them all, but I've seen this particular universe before, so I can find my way through. The games are actually procedurally generated, so normally you can't just pull up a map and find your way through it. So, what I did just there was engage in combat. Somebody flew straight up to me and tried to attack me, and I attacked them right back. The reason I did that was that it allowed me to take parts of their ship, which you can see now attached to me, and are now functional, so I can fire with their lasers now. That's a really big part of the Captain Forever series, if you haven't played this set of games before, is building up your ship to become more and more capable, and to be able to take on more and more challenges as you play through the game. What I want to show you here is a station a little bit further out. Where are we? Oh, let's see if I can contact Marie still. Nope, not found. I'm a little bit too far away to talk to her station now, which means I'm flying slightly blind, but luckily I remember where I am. Okay, here we go. So this station here is currently offline. You can see that it's a Bravo level station, and when I try to connect to it, my transmission is disrupted. I get all this garbage up on the screen. Now I'd like to know why that's the case, so I come back out into the game world and this giant ship flies up and starts attacking me. Maybe picked up the graphics a little bit, but there's a big radar dish there and it's going to yell at me and explain that it's stopping me and it's apparently trying to ambush me basically. So I needed to make sure that I had a ship capable of taking it on, which is why I fought the guys previously, just to make sure that I was powerful enough to take on challenges like that. And so now I'm going to come back to the station and telnet to it. Here we go. We can see that I'm able to transfer passengers again. I can communicate with the station. So that's kind of the meat of the game, is getting people out to these stations and growing back the civilization. Now, like I showed you with the oxygen station, these stations all have functions. They do things that allow you to get further and further out and help you on each successive voyage to get just that little bit further out into the universe and explore just that little bit further out.